Today, we're going to talk about on-page, which is extremely important to have optimized. Any of the landing pages of the pages where we want to work with Money Robot in order to improve. There are multiple important factors, not just creating Money Robot campaigns, but also have considered certain points that are important. And one of them is to optimize the page according to the keyword. I'll give you an example. This page you see right here, verifyseo.com, is another money robot tool from the same group, the same team. You can create your own account for free. I think it gives you like 5 or 10 free per day. I don't remember. Or you can even buy a membership. I honestly don't have any paid memberships. I use the free service because it gives me just enough to cover my needs. So now I'm going to do it without logging into my account. Let's make an example. We're going to take this page, right? And we're going to create it. We're going to place it here. And I have this extension that I use a lot. It's called SEO Meta in one click. Adding this extension will give you many important things. The title, okay? In this case, I exceeded in some characters, but to exceed in some characters is no big deal either. The description. This way, we want to pretend we're taking this keyword, okay? Or, in this case, even for best shoes, we take all of this part. Then I will prove it by placing the keyword here, which I want to optimize in this URL on this page. We verify. It took only a few seconds to verify, and in this case, we obtained 10 to 10 as the record. That's the score we're looking for, always. Here, it even indicates you that in the page you have in the title the keyword included within our title, which is one of the most important parts taken into consideration for positioning, then we get scored here. Under the headings, right? It's important to have different headings. In this case, I put different ones because all of and each one of them are what I'm looking for, but I'll make one. Let's pretend that the keyword was a little more, that it wasn't structured this way, which it could be what are the best shoes for weightlifting? I should always use a keyword in each one, but not exactly. If it remains exactly the same, it is going to give us a problem. And I am going to tell you why. We're going to suppose that our keyword would be all this, which isn't true, and you are going to see the difference. Then the content has enough words, has a good speed, it has this, and I can even download it in PDF if I need it delivered or take with me. I normally create a map of all the keywords with all the links that I want to connect one thing with the other. And on the side, in an Excel file, I put the score in such a way that I know which are the ones that I have to work on a little bit more. Let's suppose, to give you another example, let's see. Let's take this one. Click on it, then go to the top, click on our extension, get to headers, and H1 should be the same. Exactly. Then now all of this is not really going to be useful, but let's try from here to here. Okay? Let's try this one. Or we're going to look for a word. We're going to look for a page. Okay? From the street. Better instead. We're going to pretend that I was looking for shoes, flexi shoes, or chef's shoes. I like that one better. Chef's shoes. Okay? Then we're going to choose one of these. Like we're just working on an example, right? I'm located in Mexico, okay? So we search through, take a glance, then we click the extension again at the top, and under the title it says non-slip footwear. And we're going to suppose that this would be our keyword, okay? Although in this case it would be more like chef shoes or chef's footwear. But anyways, it is just an example. Let's use part of the title they put here, and we're going to see what our score is. As you can see, it still appears under the green. That means it is acceptable. If you notice, it popped up as the first option in the Google search. There you go. This is one of the problems. In no header that should appear in H1, our keyword has been included. But in this case, what I would do is to put in H1 non-slip footwear for chefs because it cannot be exactly the same in H1. It can't be the exact keyword. There must be a variation, something a little bit more extended, or if we want to define even a little bit more, but it cannot be the same because then this is what you get. In this one, it already gave us minus 0.5. It says that the content is barely 54 words. What the keyword does not appear in the rest of the page, then we would have to work on all of those things inside the page so we can improve. I hope that I have made it quite clear with this explanation. In a future video, we're going to talk a little more about the strategy, and it would be to work a little bit more on the map of our URLs so you can learn how we manage the keywords and all of those things for you to get an even better idea on how to work for greater results. But right now, we're just doing a super, super easy example of how we should optimize each one of our pages properly according to the keywords we want to position. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and please, if you want any specific kind of video, put it under the comments and we'll be more than happy to prepare it for you. Thank you.